Excellent. Excellent. Yes. About time. Wow. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Success at last. Let me fill you in. We'll go through a bit of the wiring, what I've been doing. I'll show you what I'm up to and the success I've had so far. It has been a bit of a pain in the ass, but we got there, so bear with me. Let's have a look. Okay, boom, what do we got going here? So this is the wiring I'm up to. For those new to the channel, this is a Holden HZ tonner that I'm doing up, and I'm in the process of new wiring. So let me just get this zoom figured out, and I'll bring you guys in a bit closer. Tap and hold and zoom out. Sorry, I'm zooming out. Okay, so the wiring, as you can see, it's a mess. Auto electrician Sparky to come and give me a hand source out some main issues. Since then, found out we had to change the indicator and the internal hazard switch. Okay, so they were both playing up faulty. And with the HZ WB model, the hazards is over here. So when you put that on, your hazards come on. So before I get to what I just found out, a bit of good news, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of the mess. So you initially sort out your wires to where you want to go. So for example, you've got maybe hazard wires here rolled up at first, your indicators in that direction, anything going outside, you want to put the wiring outside. Now, this was a kit I bought. It's a 21 harness. So I have done a few earlier videos on setting up and getting the lights working. What I've gone through is every individual section that needs, there's two things or three things. It's going to need earth or ground, it's going to need power, and it's going to need the backing light. Okay, so this wire here is my dimmer switch, and the main here, okay, it's a dimmer switch, it's a light blue, and this comes off your main circuit here. It's all named and everything. So I've had to go along and splice in where I need more backing light for each instrument. Okay, so I've then marked, once I've done that, now I've soldered everything. Okay, I don't want anything falling apart. Everything I've sort of twitched together so it's strong, and then I've soldered it. So this dimmer backing light I've marked here, it's for the fan switch. Okay, so it's a light fan switch. This one here is, so it's a spare. I've got just another spare in case I need it. So that's about the 20th spare I've put in. So that runs along, and all along is then you have, so I've got an instrument here. Okay, so it now is set up. It has power, everything's set up, and the backing light. And that's for this one here. Okay, so that's my main speedo, fuel and volt. I've made up a new section in the main panel. It'll go in here. Then over here, you run along, so same thing. Ground, power, and a backing light. So that particular section here in the dash cluster, I'm going to have a new tacho. Okay, that's going in there. So you need power, earth, and you need your backing light. So that's all now set up and hooked in. Okay, I've gone along and I've got more earth, power, and the backing light going that way. So over in here, there's nothing at the moment going into this one, but I've got things, power and everything's going to there if need be. Cigarette lighter, that now is tapped in, that's all going. I've got earth to that, power to that, so that's constant power. And if you have a look underneath, because you've got to set up a block. I've got to set up a block that's for earth, okay? So I've got a main earth, big heavy earth coming from the chassis outside into the cab, and I've run, I can run now individuals as well. So I've got mostly what I want off both sides, but I can run individual earths, and I know I'm not going to have an earth problem with anything that I fit to that main block. What else have I done? So there's a lot to explain, a lot to go through. It's just about powering up. I went through this main speedo, so my old speedo is going to be here. So I had to get a backing light to that, and that's all. And then you work on to the next item you need powered. That's how I did it. So in behind here is a big mess. Looks like a big mess. It is a big turd ball. The plan is, once I get everything pretty much to where I need it, I'll pull it all out, pull all this harness out. It's a pain in the ass. I'll pull it down, and then I've got to try and wrap wiring, go to the speedo, wrap it sort of contained. The next section, wrap it and contain it, so it's more of a nice uniformed harness, so there's just not wires sticking out everywhere. That's the plan. So here's the ignition module for your start. This particular, on these series here, goes down here onto the actual steering column. It bolts on. So in saying all that, in previous videos I think I've mentioned the Parker lights, the headlights I've got working, the hazards, the instrument, the illumination for your instruments, so all the dash lights up, the wires running to the back, feed out there, interior light up in here, so I've got power up in there for my light, and I have a backing light, or is that separate? I can't remember now. No, it's just power, sorry. So that white one's just power to itself. Wiring goes out the back. What I've done was, now that I've got a new ignition stalk here, okay, so be wary, this is for HZ, I'm pretty sure HZ and WB. QJX is, or is it just the Q, the indicator is a small stick. But make sure you get the right one for what you need. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. So now that I've got this in, and I know that the contacts for the hazards are good, it's a matter of wiring. This one here is the indicators for your hazard, all the wirings for the hazards, and they come around and they link in to the main new circuit board I've got here. Okay, what I had to do was go through things like, what have I got now? So there's a horn switch, I've got the wiper to do, and there's one more I've got to get to work. Well, there's quite a few, but I got stuck with no indicator working. I could get the hazards to work but no indicator. So it's just a process of me basically putting a wire on here and a wire on there, test light, see if it's got power. I'm not a professional, I'm not a Sparky, so it's been a bit of a bit of a pain in the ass. But each afternoon I've been coming out here after work, sometimes till late at night, just doing an item here or there, painting, cleaning, de-rusting, and trying to work on this harness. And I finally got it to figured out with the indicators. All 4 indicators work now. So that's what I'm going to show you, how I've done this, and I'll go into it in depth more down the track when I finish, when I've got it all out, hopefully. So someone else wants to do what I'm doing, has a really good reference, because from what I've researched, you know, retrofits in America and that, wiring colors are different this and that, so this is really nitty gritty. Eventually it should be a lot better. Okay, so if we come right in, like I said, here's the old harness. It's still working, fitted up to, actually this was all new, sorry. This connection here, this main one, is new. This is the old wiring that fits straight into it. Okay, and you can see I've just marked them so they correspond to where I unplug them if you get lost. So it comes out, there's a brown wire and it goes into the new brown system. Okay, the new wiring harness. Bear with me. The horn, so the horn I've still got to plug in. It's still not hooked up. The purple wire, it comes off from the old wiring harness and it goes straight into the new purple, which is marked for flasher, I think, flasher unit. The brown one says hazard. Coming back here, so this is the old cable coming out, and as you can see, you just mark everything as you go and remark it if you're stuffed up. So as you can see here, right rear turn, left indicator front, and so forth, right front. So they're all hooked up to each individual, which are marked here. If no one's seen this before, it's the wrong way, but you can see, tells you what that turn is for. This one here, same thing, left rear turn, and so forth. I won't bore you. So that was all hooked up, my hazards were working, but I couldn't get the indicator to work or power it. So I eventually changed these terminals around and put, this is with ignition on, and I got power. I'll just put this down briefly. Pull it apart. So these are bullets. These are bullet connectors. So you can undo them, and you can see there I've got power and it's trying to come on. Okay. So once again, this is the flasher wire, and this is the brown ones for your hazard. Okay, so I eventually got power to there. Then it was a matter of, I think, what do I do here? Well, I haven't even got this hooked up. Why is that working if this isn't hooked up? Okay, so as I was saying, I've got that all correct now. Now I was thinking that this indicator with this wiring harness, the new one, it's not hooked up to the indicators at all, but it must be connected in here. Let me know in the comments if anyone knows. As you can see, my dummy light, which I gotta just connect back up onto this. Oop. If I connect it back onto here, so that's to the left, and if I bring it down, and that's to the right, turn it off. So that's the front, left and right working. Now if I go to the back, so if I put it onto the rear, there we go. There we go. Now if I turn, whoop, that was to the right. If I turn it now to the left, come back, and the yellow one here is to the left. Bingo. That is really good. So pretty much the back wiring harness now is all working pretty much at this stage. So that is really good. Okay, where was I? So now what I'm up to is I'm trying to work out, what did I stick in here? This one, the high beam. So because this has got that lock now, that's high beam, on or off. So I've got the high beam to figure out, and I've got my wiring, so the 2 speeds. Then there is the there is pushing in for your washer bottle, squirter bottle. So I'm going to mark down on my list. So I do have a list on the board that I started. It's very short, and I've got a list under here of things I've got to check off. So that's where I'm up to now. That's what I'm going to do, guys. So yeah, it's a real learning curve, and I can't read the wiring diagrams. It's just gobbledygook to me. Some of it makes sense, but like I was saying, some wires work, some don't, some are colours and all that. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. That has made my day to get that the 4 indicators working now, so I can move on. While I'm here, just to show you before I forget, this here is all plugged in. This is all, I've tested it. So this is the old speedo, the light for it. So I'll connect power. I've got earth and the light. Here's a brief look, just so anyone hasn't seen it. I did a video on pulling this down, quite a few other instruments, reset it. I'll show you how to reset that. I've got to clean this screen a little bit more, a little bit better. Here's the wiring, so 2 bullets. So I've got these connectable, or disconnectable should say, to pull it in and out if I want to change it, or I need to repair this, light bulbs as such. It's easy to do. What have I got over here? So there's a spare ground. So I just tapped into there, piggybacked, cut a section. I've got a video on it, I think it's already wired around it really solid, made it firm, and then I've soldered that onto that, and then I've got it shrink wrapped, secured, so it's not going to get a false reading. What is that one for? I cannot remember at the moment. Same with all my other, I've put these connectors on, so they're a pull apart connector, pull apart, 2 on here, so 2 pin. These are actually a 6 pin, I think, and I'm only using 5. They're not cheap, but they're really good. Okay, so I'm going to be getting into the other wiring, like I said, to get this to function for everything else is the next step, besides doing other bits and pieces. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you shortly on the new one. There's a bit of a delay in the videos lately, or what I've been dropping new videos, because my computer's been dead for about 2 weeks. I've lost no more ability to save information on the computer, because what I'm doing and uploading other programs and that just sucks all the what's it called, the memory or the RAM out of it. So I'm getting an upgrade on that, which I'm waiting for parts to turn up. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care, bye then.